this a bit more in the center. Alright, that's a bit better. Okay. That's it. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Yoga with Coline. Let's start today and let's start the day positively and do a refreshing session. So we'll do a morning fresh session you can do anytime, even if it's not the morning. Just a nice session to reset, unwind, and relax, but also get a nice deep stretch into the body. We are going to start standing again today. So if you want to stand up, I don't know why I sat down in the first place. And we're going to start at the front edge of the mat. Let's straighten. We'll start in Tadasana, mountain pose, which is a basic pose. You can bring your feet parallel, slightly apart, or together as you feel more comfortable. We are going to lower this tailbone, so gently tuck it under. Then you can relax the shoulders down, keeping this back nice and straight. We're going to breathe the arms up. And as we exhale, we are going to turn to the side so you can clasp your hands and gently pivot to the side. I might just stay this way, it might be easy for you to see. And inhale, we're going to come back to the center. You can let go of your hands, look up to your hands. Gently clasp your hands again, either the same way or the opposite way. And exhale, pivot to the opposite side. Do this a few more times. Inhale, look up, try to relax the shoulders and clasp your hands, push up, exhale to the side. Keep the knees soft. We don't want to be forcing on these knees. We just want to gently rotate the lower back and therefore loosen up and warm up this area. Let's do it one more time on each side. So inhale to the left first. And come back to the center, lengthen here. And exhale to the side. You can release the arms out. We're going to shake these arms. This is a little bit of a stretch in your shoulders. You can place your fingertips on your shoulders. Give them a good circle, good rub really. Push them back as you circle them backwards and a little bit forward as well. We're going to do a little arm stretch here. So you can bring your right arm forward in front of you and all across the chest. You can use the left hand for this. So gently pull the right arm towards you, but make sure you're keeping that right shoulder down. Don't let it come up. You want the shoulders to be on the same level. And here you can get a good stretch. So gently keep on pulling that arm closer. Make sure you're lowering the shoulders away from the ears. Take a few more breaths here. And then we're going to go further by placing the hand just behind the elbow. And you can push that elbow back. Again, we want the shoulders down on this one. So keep that shoulder down. Just keep on pushing that elbow back. And we can release this arm here. You can bring the left arm across the chest and do the same thing. We're going to use the right arm to pull it right across, but let's try to keep the shoulder down at all times. Let's try to keep the arm straight on this one to start with. And then placing the hand right behind the elbow, you can push the elbow even further back. You can let the hand hang in the back. Just make sure you're lowering the shoulder away from the ear one more time. Getting a nice deep stretch here. And then we're going to release those arms. We're going to step these feet further apart. Take a deep breath in here. Look up. On the exhale, you want to bend the knees. You want to come forward, sweeping the arms forward. And inhale, push up to go all the way back up. Taking the arms up as well. And exhale down. Bend the knees. Come forward. Sweep the arms forward, release the head down, and push up on the inhale to come up. Lengthen the spine, look up, exhale down. Let's do a couple more. Take your time, see if you can go even lower down the next time, even further. Lengthen when you inhale and you come back up, and exhale, come down. Keep the back straight first, and then sweep forward. And push on those legs of yours to come up. And let's do a last one. Exhale deeply, come down and then forward. And we're just going to inhale to come back up. Let's go all the way up. And then you can bring the hands together. We're going to bring them down to the heart. We're going to bend the legs here. Try to open those knees even further out. Don't push those knees too far. Don't let them go further than your heels. But make sure you open the inner thighs here. We're going to keep the back straight, so tuck that tailbone under. We're going to place the right arm down onto the right leg and bring the left arm above. We're going to try to keep these wide open. We don't want to collapse forward like this. You want to keep this open and straight and just breathe here. See if you can take your gaze up to your left hand or up to the sky or the ceiling if you're indoor. Breathe here. See if you can open the shoulder even more by pushing that shoulder back, opening the chest. Breathe here, feel in the lungs. Open the heart as well. It's really good posture to start the day. Come back to the center. You can bring the hands onto prayer. You can straighten the legs for a little rest as well. We're going to do the other side when you're ready. Open the arms wide. Turn your feet out. Open those knees wide out as well. Push them out. Open the inner thighs. And then lengthen the spine, tuck that tailbone under, come down. Place your left arm down onto your left leg. And inhale that right arm up. Engage the buttocks here, squeeze the buttocks. Look up past your right fingertips or up to the ceiling or the sky. And remember, try to keep this chest open. Do not collapse that shoulder forward. Push that shoulder back. Keep on breathing here. We'll take 2 more breaths. See if you can push a bit further back. Keep those legs working. Inhale to come back up. We're going to bring the hands together. Straighten those legs. Bring those hands into prayer onto the chest. We're going to bring the feet together. And we're going to come down into a forward bend. You can place your hands onto your hips. Start by going forward first, so horizontal back. You can bring the elbows back as well. Start by breathing here. See if you can lengthen the spine by gently pressing down onto your hips and then stretching forward, reaching forward with your spine. Lengthening to the top of your head, creating more space into your spine. Let's do 1 more breath here. Make sure you flex these knees from time to time so there's not too much pressure on them. You can gently walk your legs as well. We'll do 1 more here. See if you can lengthen even more. Maybe look forward, take your gaze forward. Bring the hips further forward to be right above your heels. And you can release. You can bend the knees. You can release the upper body. Release the head down. Just breathe the air. You're going to take another deep breath here. You can keep those knees bent. You can grab all of your hands behind your legs or place them directly on your legs and use them to pull yourself further forward slightly. And then we're going to inhale. We're going to look forward, taking the back horizontal. You can keep your legs onto your hands, onto your legs in the morning. And to help you keep this back straight, you can walk your legs up. That's also a good one. Make sure you're pushing the shoulders back. Make sure you're not arching the lower back. So try to keep it nice and flat. And release on the exhale. Let's bend the knees one more time. You can grab hold of these hands here and release. And on the next inhale, we're going to bring the fingertips down onto the mat. And we're going to step the left foot back. We're going to bring the left knee down. And inhale. Look forward. Try to lower the shoulders here. Try to keep the spine straight as well. A nice straight line. Foot is flat in line with your leg. Then press down both hands. We're going to step the right foot back this time. And this is our downward facing dog. You can start here by gently pressing down your heels into your mat. Make sure you're keeping these knees flexed again. So you can bend them one by one, just keeping them soft. Make sure there's not too much pressure on them. Same thing with your arms. Try to lift the weight of the arms, elbows and wrists as well. So lifting up all the way to their hips. Lifting their hips up and lifting the abdomen, pushing it towards the thighs. Just try to lengthen here. We're going to walk one leg after each other. So by bending one leg, you're engaging one hip and one leg more, which allows you to stretch even deeper the opposite leg. We'll do this a couple more times. And on the next inhale, we're going to come forward into a chaturanga plank. Hold here, hands under the shoulders. Then lower yourself down. You can bring the knees down first or lower yourself. Hold the chest and then release completely. Place the hands down below the shoulders. Release the forehead. And inhale. We're going to push up. Come up into a cobra. So let's try to lift from the lower back area. Make sure you're not crushing this vertebra. So try to really lift up and look up, lower the shoulders. And exhale, release forward. On the next inhale, push all the way onto your knees. Bring the feet together. Walk the hands back to go into a child's pose. Once you're sitting down, we can walk the hands forward and release here. Take a few breaths to recover and relax the body completely. On the next inhale, you can come forward into all fours. We're going to bring the right knee forward in between the hands. Take the right foot to the left side and then bring the left knee forward. Take the left foot out to the right side. Walk the hands back and come sitting down onto your mat. And once you're here, we're actually going to place the right foot down onto the mat, nice and straight like this. We're going to straighten the spine. You can place your fingertips down. If you need a support to help you keep your spine straight, go grab a cushion or a folded blanket or towel. Place it just under your buttocks here. Sit on the edge of it. Allow you to lift the hips up and sit nice and straight. So that's a nice step as well. Otherwise, we're just going to place the fingertips down. Use it to straighten the spine. Struggling today. And then straighten the neck. Look forward. Lift up from the top of the head, lower the shoulders, and once you're here, nice and aligned, we can bring the arms up, and on the exhale, we're going to twist, placing the left arm behind the right knee, or if it's too difficult for you, you can also wrap it around, and then we're going to turn to face the right side. Use your back hand to keep you nice and straight, to support the spine, and take your gaze behind you as far as you can. I hope you can hear me. Take a last deep breath here. And deep breath in. Exhale, release, come forward. I should have started on the other side really. We're going to release these legs. Bring the knees down onto the mat. Come back into all fours and directly go back into a child's pose, feet together. Sit back here. Walk the hands forward. Stretch this back. Let's see if we can spread the abdomen onto the thighs and relax here. Let's take 2 breaths. Try to feel the changes that are already occurring in your body. See if you feel anything different from when you started. You can come back onto all fours on your next inhale. Tuck your toes under. And let's push up into downward facing dog. Again, so here into a dog. You can see if you can lift the hips a little bit further up. Push the heels down. Relax the neck, keep it in line with your back as well. Just breathe here for a few breaths. Try to find your alignment. See the little differences, what happens if you move one arm or the other, if you lift the hips, if you straighten the legs. See how it feels. And you can take a deep breath here. We're going to step the right foot forward. And this time we're going to place the left hand down. Inhale the right arm up. Take your gaze up to your right fingertips. Exhale, release. Step the left foot forward into a forward bend. Release the upper body. You can grab hold of the hands or the ankles. Release here. Let's take 2 breaths. You can keep the knees slightly bent for now. And on the next inhale, we're going to bend the knees even more. And we're going to push up really slowly. Take your time to come up. Keep the head down until last. Inhale the arms up as you take the head up. Take your gaze up to your fingertips. Then you can bring these hands together and down onto the heart. For a last breath here. And once we're here, we're going to inhale. Place the hands down onto the hips. And we're going to lift the right leg up. So you can grab hold of your right knee with 2 hands. Bring this knee into the chest. Keep the body nice and straight. And then placing this right foot on the inside of your left leg, facing you is a bit easier to go into the true pose of Vrksasana. So you can place it as far up as you can. If this is too difficult, feel free to keep it lower. Make sure you avoid the knees. Do not place it into your knee. You can also keep the toes down on the mat to help you work on your balance for starter. So going back to my initial position, once you find your balance by fixing your gaze either directly in front of you or on the floor, you can bring these arms up. Make sure you lengthen the spine here, so reach further up with your spine. Tuck the tailbone under. And we're going to push that right knee out to the side. Lower the shoulders from the ears. You can bring the hands together. If you do bring the hands in this position, make sure you push those elbows back because they have a tendency to come forward and close up. So make sure you open up here by pushing them back. Keep the shoulders lower. Otherwise, you can keep your arms in this position as well. Breathe here, lengthen yourself, reach further up. This position is the perfect harmony between the grounding and your connection with the air as well. So it connects you to the sky and the ground at the same time. So try to really anchor yourself at the same time as you're reaching up. Great posture to start the day as well. You can release on the exhale, bring the arms and the leg down. You can shake these legs a little bit. You might feel it in your lower back or in your thigh. So shake them a bit. We are going to go back into our Tadasana alignment. So placing your feet parallel, slowly hip distance apart, hands onto the hips, and inhaling here, we're going to come forward. Remember, keep this hips straight above the knees and ankles. Don't let them go back too far. And then bring the elbows up, pushing the shoulders back as well. Keep breathing here. Make sure you're checking if your back is horizontal. It's a bit better this way. So make sure the back's horizontal. Nice and flat. You don't want to arch, go too far forward. Breathe here deeply. And exhale, you can release, come down. You can bring these hands down onto the legs and gently pull yourself further forward. See if you can straighten those legs here. Take a couple breaths. Then you can walk your hands up onto your legs, placing them so that your back comes back into your horizontal position. See if you can push the shoulders back. Make sure you're keeping that nice and flat as well. Breathing here still. Straighten these legs, but keep the knees soft. Exhale, release forward into forward bend. Let's breathe here for another few breaths. You can keep the knees slightly bent here if you prefer. See if you can go a little further forward, gently rolling the spine forward. And then on the next inhale, you can walk your fingertips down onto your mat. We're going to step the right leg back. Bring the right knee down onto the mat. And just stay here on the fingertips, spine long and straight, and look forward. Then we're going to tuck the toes under, step that left foot back into a downward facing dog. Same story here. I'm going to let you correct your own alignment, find your own posture here. Take your time, we'll take a few breaths. Just try to feel the posture, feel the difference compared to when you first started the class this morning. See if you can go even further, pressing your heels down further and gently pushing the abdomen back towards the thighs even further. Last breath here. On the next inhale, we're going to come forward into a plank or chaturanga. Hold here, hands below the shoulders, then lower yourself down. Hold here. You can use the knees and release the chest down last. Placing their forearm and forehead down. We're going to inhale and push up into a cobra. Make sure again to protect your lower back by lifting forward first and then up. Looking up, lowering the shoulders down. And then inhale. Sorry, I'm going to forehead. Exhale, come back down. Release the forehead. I'm too excited. And on the next inhale, you can come up onto the knees this time and go into a child's pose by walking the hands back until you're sitting down. And then we can release the abdomen down and the upper body completely. Let's breathe here for 2 recovery breaths. On the next inhale, you can come forward into all fours. We're going to bring the left knee forward this time. Try to send the left foot out to the right side. Then bring the right knee forward, just behind that left knee, and take your right foot out to the left. Then walk your hands back, come and sit down. Make sure you're not sitting onto your feet. You can place the left foot flat onto your mat on the outside of your right knee. Again, if you need the support to help you bring the hips up and sit straight, feel free to grab one. We're going to place the fingertips down to straighten the spine here. So lengthening the spine from the top of the head, lowering the shoulders down. Then we can inhale, bring the arms up, look up. Exhale, we're going to turn to our left side this time. So you can either place your right arm behind your left knee, or if it's too hard for you, you can just wrap it around in this way. We want to try to keep the shoulders on the same line, so try to gently lower the shoulders so they're on the same level. You can bring your hands this way. For those who are a little bit more advanced or want to go a little further. And then we're going to turn and pivot the gaze toward the back. Use your back hand, use your left hand to keep you straight. And go and see if you can turn the head even further. Soften the neck as you do it. Breathe here. And inhale deeply. On the exhale, you can release. Gently come back to the center. We're going to uncross the legs. Come onto the knees into all fours. Tuck the toes under. To go back, actually, we're going to go back into a child's pose. Again, I'm too far ahead of myself. Let's go and sit in child's pose for 2 breaths. Release here. Enjoy this posture to really relax and soften the body. Push the tailbone down so your lower back's nice and round. And that's it. That's our time's up for child's pose. You can place your hands down. We're going to go back up into a downward facing dog. So toes under, lift up. And again, let's just try to find your alignment here. See if you can make a nice triangle shape of your body, lifting the hips as far up as you can. Make sure you're keeping these knees soft still. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And on the next inhale, you can step the left foot forward in between the hands. And this time we're going to place the right hand on the outside of it. And inhale, lift the left arm up, open the chest, take your gaze up to your left hand. Shoulders on the same line. Exhale, you can release, bring that hand down. And inhale, step that right foot forward. Forward bend here. We'll take a couple of breaths to gently lower the upper body. Keep on breathing here. You can bend the knees if needed. Let's try to go a little deeper for another breath. And on the next inhale, you can bend the knees and push up to come up into a standing position. Keep the head down until last. Inhale, bring the arms up as well. Look up to your hands. You can bring those hands together and then take them down onto your heart for a last deep breath here. And I think this is it. We've already gone over time, unfortunately. It's always too short. Thank you so much for watching and doing this practice with me this morning. It's going to be a lovely day here. Enjoy your day wherever you are. We'll meet up here again, same time tomorrow. Thank you so much.